This story is something that happened to me and my fiancé fairly recently. We recently bought our first home together. It is in a nice quiet area in the north of England. If you're not familiar with the British postal system, we get letters delivered through flaps in our front doors. Parcels that are larger than the letterbox get handed to us if we are at home. If we are not at home, the parcels are given to a neighbor. We can then collect them later. If no one can take them, they get taken back to the depot where they sit or are returned to the sender. So last month we were just settling into our new home and my fiancé bought some clothes online for a local gym he wanted to join. I was in the house the day of the delivery as I was expecting it, and I'm working from home. When the delivery lady arrived with the parcel, there were two. I thought nothing of it at first. I put the parcels in the garage for my fiancé to open later on. When he came in from work, he rushes to open his delivery like it was Christmas, and to his surprise the second parcel was not for him. It had our address on it but no name. We were both confused at this point. We thought it may be for one of the neighbors and they would collect it later. Time goes by and we get a note through the door that reads, "Hey, my son got his parcel delivered to your house, call me so I can come collect it." Again we thought it was a neighbor. My fiancé called the number and a woman answered. She said she will be over shortly to collect the parcel. It turned out she lived across the town. Her son chose our address to have it delivered to. We thought this was weird, but we assumed it must have been a mistake. Anyways, we thought that was the last of this. But the next day I get two more parcels for this lady's son. Again with no name but with our address on the package. At this point I'm thinking it was a mistake on their part. Or did they used to live here? They come to collect their parcels and all is well. But guess what? More and more parcels over the next week arrive for this lady's son. At this point I'm starting to get really annoyed by this, as even though I work from home I can't leave meetings constantly to collect parcels that aren't even ours. So the next day when the parcel lady comes, I just tell her, "Sorry, this isn't for me and you will need to return it to the sender." So off she goes and takes the parcel back to the depot. A few hours later I hear a knock at the door, and guess who? Entitled mother is standing there with her son. I hate confrontation, so my memory of the conversation is a bit hazy, but she was furious that we denied her parcel and now she had to wait for it to be re-delivered. I told her she needs to get her parcels delivered to her own home as it's weird and inconvenient for me. Like I don't even know this lady. She then tells me it's easier for her to get them delivered to my home as I'm always in and she isn't. Now maybe this would possibly be okay if I was friends with her and she asked, but she lives across town and chose a random address for her parcels. Anyways, she leaves and I think this may be the end of this story. But parcels keep showing up, and for the next week I politely tell the parcel lady they aren't minion to return to sender. After a week of doing this I stop getting the parcels. So I guess she got the message. How entitled must this woman have been to think it's okay to get parcels delivered to a random person's home that she doesn't even know because it's easier for her? I really hope she didn't start doing this to someone else after me. But it was satisfying to know that she would wait twice as long for her parcels because they were returned to sender. Did you like this video? Share with your friends on social media.